Hey there, I'm Donna Kisz, and you're watching Paint This. Hi everybody. For today's project, we are going to paint this glass vase that I bought in the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm going to be using FolkArt multimedia, a multi-surface paints, that is, in violet pansy, sap green, light lavender, and happy green. I also have some glass painting brushes that I'm going to try out for the first time today. Okay. So to start, just make sure I'm on camera here. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to take, this is going to be a 3/4 inch flat brush, and I'm just going to dampen it, dry it off on a towel, and then we're going to do some double loading. Okay, so I'm going to double load the violet pansy. And the lavender color. You can mix your own lavender. If you don't have these exact purples, it doesn't matter. Just use what you have. But I am using a multi-surface paint because it's got a built-in sealer, so it'll stay on the glass. You can bake it if you want to in the oven. Follow the directions on the paint container here. But you don't have to. You can wait a couple of weeks and it will cure by itself. Okay, so I'm going to choose to put the darker color on the outside, and we're going to design as we go. All right, so let me move this out of the way. All right, and off we go. So I'm holding the brush straight up and down, like perpendicular to the glass. Every time I go off camera, I'm probably getting paint. And I'm going to try to use a lot of paint because it's glass, so you're more or less laying the paint down. This is probably going to need 2 coats. And I'll do one more. If you're wondering what this thing is on my hand, it is a cast. A month ago I have arthritis, and then I had a car accident a couple of years ago, and apparently I got some tears. I was driving the car, so there were some tears in here, and it also aggravated the arthritis, so they had to do a fusion surgery. So they put a screw into my thumb, and they had to do bone grafting and all kinds of fun stuff. So this is like a 6-month, up to a 6-month healing period. I didn't even think I'd be painting, and I'm a pianist by trade. I didn't think I would be playing the piano for a good 6 months, maybe a little less. But in fact, I'm playing and I'm painting, as you can see. So I'm not going to let it keep me down. All right, so now we're going to do another one. Maybe this one I'll do over here. I'm doing the same thing. Again, making sure I'm on camera here. And I'm just sort of wiggling just a little bit. Picking up some more paint. Like this. Crazy about the shape of this one here. If you don't like what you painted, you can restroke it, of course. And let's do one more. One more petal. Over here. Over this Whoops. Alright, I don't like how the middle looks here. I just want to smooth it out a little bit. I did pick up a lot of paint. And the last one. Okay, this one I'm going to do a second coat on. I hope everybody had a good New Year. I know I haven't been on this past year as much as I wanted to because of my hand. That's a big part of it. It was very painful to paint, or do anything for that matter. But I should be back in the game now. It's still a little painful, but getting better. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I couldn't paint. It is my saving grace. That is, oops, wrong way. It is, that is for sure. So if you just noticed, I put the light side in the dark and the dark side in the light. That happens. So I'm just going to restroke that. There we go. All right. And we're going to put centers in these in a second. And we're going to paint one more. I'm just designing as I go. I don't know what I'm going to add to this, but I know I want at least 3 of these. I hope everybody had a good New Year. Mine was pretty non-eventful, but nice nonetheless. And one last one here. Whoops. And I'll just fill this in. It's not really going to matter because I'm going to put something in the middle anyway. And that's going to need a second coat right there. So far I just have 3 of these. And I think what I'll do, I might just do these around the whole glass, in which case I will speed this up. Okay, so now we have our vase covered with these pretty purple flowers. Rinsing out my brush. Make sure and rinse your brushes out. Lay them flat on a towel or a paper towel so that the paint doesn't dry in them and ruin them. This is what we have so far. Okay, so I want to add some centers on these, but I want to wait for that paint to dry a little bit. So let's add some leaves. Alright, so let's see what paintbrush I want to use now. I'm going to use the number, what is this? Number 12 flat brush. Again, it is a glass painting brush. I just got them, so I want to see how they work. So far I really like them. Alright, so double loading on these smaller brushes, this one's not so bad, but when you get to the smaller brushes, it's not as easy to double load them. So I typically load one color and then I'll go to another one and just go to the side of the puddle and load it that way. Again, I need more paint. So here I'm using the sap green as the dark green and the happy green as the light color green. Okay, so I don't know, I'm just going to put random leaves, and these leaves are really super easy. I'm just going to touch the tip of the brush to the glass, slightly push down and just pull. Whoops, pull to a point. It was meant to pull to a point. There we go. Over there. You want to do them, like, of course, randomly. You don't want them like in the exact same spot. A little more natural this way. Make sure you're coming to a point, and sometimes it isn't as easy on the glass to do that when it's rounded. You try to hold it from the inside. There we go. That's much better. I'm going to continue doing that around the entire vase. The nice thing with vases is you can paint all the way to the top because you're not going to be drinking out of it. At least I don't think you are. So typically with a wine glass, I won't paint all the way to the top. Even though it's a non-toxic paint, I just feel better about not painting all the way to the top. But in this case, we can. There we go. Looking pretty. Looking pretty. Pretty, pretty. Let's pull some out of this. Maybe one over here. Aha, here, I knew I missed one somewhere. Here it is. So, we'll put some in here. I wanted to put two. Looking to see if we have enough. Go put another one right there. This one over here needs just a little more. I think we're good. I'll show you what we have so far. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some centers on the flowers. And I think for that, I'm going to use some yellow. What color yellow do I want? I'm going to go with a bold yellow. We're going to use moon yellow. Again, these are FolkArt paints, FolkArt multi-surface paints. Yeah, I think this color's pretty. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit too school bussy. I'll try it and see. So for this, what I'm going to do is use a, you can use a dotting tool, you can use the back of the end of your paintbrush, but what I want to do is use a little scruffy brush. It's like a little rough brush, and I don't wet it, I just tap into it like this. And then you just tap it on, just like that. So we'll see how this goes. Gives it some texture too. There's a little pop of color. Ig, you okay down there? That's my dog coughing. And Dixie, where are you? You're sleeping. Yay. Whoops. Make this one a little bit bigger. Rinse my brush out. And then I'll show you what I have so far. Okay. Very, very, very simple. And then what you want to do is you want to get a little brush. I'm going to take a little tiny detail brush. This is actually used in nail salons, but it's really tiny. And I really like I like it for small details. I'm going to just pick up a little bit of happy green, and somewhere in here I'm going to sign it. And as I say, sign it and smile. You can put whatever you want. I put my initials. And there completes our project. Thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please subscribe and like my channel so I can grow. Thank you all for subscribing. I just hit over 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.